You filmed the entire intro and start the video without the mic being on, so you have absolutely no audio. Okay. If you hear this, this is take two. But hey y'all, it's Jocelyn and welcome back to Soul's Library. Today's video, we are going to be going over all the books that I read in December. I say all like it's a ton. It was only like 5 books, but we're gonna go over those as well as some thoughts ending off the year and how I felt about my reading for 2023. After that, I'm going to go over my January TBR because I thought, why not just put it all in a video? I was originally just going to give you guys a TBR, but I was like, okay, why not just tell you about the books I read in December too, because we actually got our first and only 5-star read of 2023, so I feel like I deserve to let y'all know. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it. Like I said, I didn't read that many books in December. Originally, like if you follow me on TikTok, which if you don't follow my book talk, definitely go check it out. I post a lot more frequently on there, so if you don't see me on here, you'll definitely find me on there. But my December TBR was very, very optimistic, to say the least. But to be fair, I definitely did that TBR with the idea that I was going to be doing a Bookmas, which got cancelled at the very last minute. So I just didn't feel as much pressure to read, and realistically just ended up, I think, 3 out of the 5 books are holiday books. So that's what I spent my December doing. First read for December was A Merry Little... Yeah, I was like, wait, am I saying that completely wrong? A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simon. It's a focus a bit. Super cute cover. Definitely one of the things that drew me to the book, but this is on the spicier side, okay? I can't give you guys an exact synopsis simply because this is YouTube and I don't know what I can say, if I'm being honest with you. But the male is the male
that you do.
Main character is the female main character's childhood celebrity crush because he used to be in a little boy band, so she already had these past emotions about this man. Okay, so they end up doing a movie together. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. They end up doing a movie together. She already knows him from whatever, and then he actually knows her from what I can't tell y'all because, like I said, and yeah, I'm not trying to get in trouble, but I just know it's on the adult side. When it's the end of doing a Christmas movie together, and it's the whole holiday romance aspect, and it's just about them like at first the job is trying to keep it secret, and they're like sneaking around set, so it's like that spicy part aspect to it, and then yeah, they run into obstacles because obviously with her career and then his obstacle in his career, it's just like they're clashing because she's causing issues for him because of her profession. It's like this whole thing. I give this book a 3.5 stars. I feel like what ended up happening, I feel like it did drag a little bit. I can't really remember too much of my thoughts. Let me see if I can grab. Listen, I did do a holiday reading vlog, so and that book is in it. So if you want to see more of like my real-time thoughts and reactions, definitely go check that out. Because right now I'm like scrambling to remember because it's been an entire month since I read that book. It was a cute holiday romance. I appreciated the, I want to say, exposure to the topic at hand. I feel like that was a nice touch. I didn't feel any type of way about it. I don't know if people normally do, but I thought it was cool. I don't know. What else? I appreciate his way of going about it and like her choice to go about the topic and like writing it in the story. That was it ending. I can't remember. This is starting off so bad. I can't remember, but like I said, 3.5 stars. After that, what did I read? The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. This was cute. I think I give this book 4 stars. This was cute. Like a really cute, short holiday read. It's about a girl who moves into, or a woman, I should say. I always be saying a girl, but a woman who moves into a small town and she buys like a farmhouse and is looking for change or like a fresh start, whatever the case is. And she ends up going through like a bunch of the belongings are left at the house. So she ends up going through a bunch of the belongings and she finds this old Santa suit. And in that old Santa suit's pocket is a note from a little girl basically asking Santa for her dad to come back from war. So that leaves, I forgot, Ivy. Ivy is her name. Leads Ivy on this whole adventure on trying to figure out who this girl is and did her wish come true. Like, you know what I mean? So she ends up learning all these things about the town. There is a romance aspect, there's a love interest. I didn't know that going in, which was a pleasant surprise. It's not too focused on, so don't get your hopes up, but it's a cute read. Not gonna lie. For only how many pages? Like 200 pages. Good read. Good, solid holiday read. After that, I want to say I read my first Tessa Bailey novel, so beware, because I know a lot of people, you either love Tessa Bailey, tolerate Tessa Bailey, or cannot stand Tessa Bailey. So I've only read one book so far. I want to say so good. It did get like a little average rating. It got a 3.75. Now, I actually read this. I feel like I'm moving so much. I'm sorry if my habit of not being able to stay still was bothering you. I'm working on it. I read this for a video where I read the highest rated book and lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR list. This was the lowest. I actually gave it a higher rating than what the average rating is on Goodreads, I believe, but definitely go check that out. Go check that video. I feel like I promote every single one of my videos, but I just feel like everything interconnects, especially with like the wrap-ups, because I can tell y'all like, hey, if you're interested and want to know if this book's really for you, go check out my reading club, because half the time any book that I'm reading is most likely gonna get it in a reading club. So this is also a situation where he's her childhood crush. Point is, she's still in that town. He ends up moving back after like 10 years. I'm not really so sure. And she's a gardener. She ends up doing a job at the vineyard gardening, and the rest is history. Now a lot of people DNF this book. I can see why, but I don't know. I just be able to look past stuff. Me personally, like I don't know. Like it doesn't. It takes much for me to like. I gotta get to DNF a book. If I'm being honest with you. Like even like there's books that I wish I DNF. I don't know. I haven't been that put off by a book yet. So you're entitled to your opinion. I understand. I feel you, but like I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was cute. I get it. Like it had this like secret. You see, it was like secretly yours. It had like this like secret love letter aspect where she like decided to like start writing him secret letters, like secret admirer letters. And yeah, it's just cute. The writing gets deep. I think it touches a good bit on mental health and stuff like that. So I thought that was nice. I don't know. I thought it was good. I feel like I'm defending myself. That's just because I know I've seen so many people shit on this book. Don't shoot the messenger. The last Christmas book I read was just the Season for Revenge. Or sorry, this book. Well, either 4 or 4.5, I think. Hold on. 4 star. 4 star. It didn't have enough substance to be a 5 star. Not a 5 star, a 4.5. It just felt like very much copycat, like Legally Blonde copycat. And don't get me wrong, nothing too wrong with that, but it's just like because it's not more of an original idea, it can't be too high on the ranking. You understand? Like that's an automatic deduction. I'm here talking like some major legits. Like, please don't mind me. This is all my opinions, okay? Either way, this is like I said, very much Legally Blonde. This girl is dating this guy. He ends up deciding she's not good for him and his image because he is going to be moving up ranks in his law firm. So he breaks up with her. So then she's like, "Bet I'm gonna date your boss." So that's what she ends up doing. She ends up going on like a date that like they end up matching on like an online app. She goes on a date with him. They actually end up falling for each other. Stuff happens. Don't want to spoil it. Like I said, go check it out for yourself. This book is by Morgan Elizabeth, by the way. I don't think I said her name. It's a cute read. Very, very cute read. Spicy as well. So, if you enjoy that, definitely the book for you. It was cute. I liked it. It did have its cringy moments. I will say it is one of those as well. By the way, solid 4 star read. And for holiday read, I feel like that's like the highest you can get. And maybe a 4.5, but like, are we sure? Now to our final and actually first and last. No, last. Well, yeah, first and last. First and only 5-star read of the year. Which I think, if you follow me, like I said on Facebook and stuff, you probably already know this, but Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing. Okay, the Fourth Wing. Y'all, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed. Okay? I'm obsessed. That's okay. I loved. Oh my god. Let me just okay. For when all the blue tabs y'all see are like the similarities. Divergent. Y'all can't see most of them because they're like stacked up. Like this right here looks like one tab, but it's like 5 of them. So, but okay. I love the similarities. Like I said, Divergent, Harry Potter, and Hunger Games all in one. Literally, cutest thing. The dragons surprised me. Didn't know they were gonna have personalities, let alone amazing personalities. Okay, the dragons carry. Okay, period. Yeah. I can't say much without spoiling it because when I tell you the way I want to explain this to you, but okay. Point is, 5-star read, solid read. If you haven't read it, if you haven't, which I know it's not that many. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a good amount, but like, let's be for real. A lot of people have gotten to this book already. If you haven't read it, check it out. I feel like even if you don't like fantasy, check it out. I promise you, it's not too overwhelming. Like the fantasy aspect is not too overwhelming. Like don't get me wrong, it is a hefty book to read because like fantasy overall is gonna like be more information to indulge in and have to process because you're diving into an entire new realm and world. So it's like you have to learn a whole new world. So point is, it is a lot more brain power in my opinion because it took me way longer to read than most of my books have taken me the last couple of months. But it was worth it. So definitely go check it out. Okay, we are gonna get into how many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 plus 2 that I made. 3. 3 that I plan on ordering. So 10 books is the goal for January. Now, because it's January, it's a new month, it's a new year. We're gonna start off the year. Well, I'm not gonna start off the year because it's not gonna be one of the first books I read, but definitely gonna read them in January. Self-help books. Why? Because what better time to gain some knowledge on self-improvement than the first month of a new year? So, little cliche, but I thought, well, why not? I already have one well, I have multiple, but one that I never finished. So this one's still in progress. Got plenty of stuff I can learn. But obviously, this is like I just said. This is a cliche, and y'all are about to see the book I'm about to pop up. But that's all my habits. I started reading this beginning of 2022. I want to say bought this book, gave it a try. I have a couple of tabs. This was before I had like my tabs and like my annotating stuff. Sticky notes that I just teared and placed in there. But I guess 93. But my boyfriend was also reading this book, so that might be his bookmark. Who knows? I'm gonna start all over from the beginning because I can't even remember the beginning of the book. So we are gonna definitely start from the beginning. We're reading this book as well as the 2 other that I'm about to pop up on the screen. To be fair, I read the synopsis briefly when I decided that those were going to be the books I read for January. So, if you want to know more about them, definitely go look them up because I don't got much for y'all. Sorry. But 3 self-help books should got it. Moving on to our fantasy section. Now, 4th Wing got me having a fantasy section in my TBR now. But this was actually supposed to happen last year. I say last year like that was not 2 days ago, but Harry Potter. I was supposed to start the Harry Potter series for the first time in December. Did not happen well. I got like a couple pages in. So, how many pages in actually? I am 21 pages into the first book of Harry Potter, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So I plan on reading the first book and hopefully getting to the second book. Now I believe the second book, somebody said it drags a bit, so that's a bit disappointing. But the good news is I am going to be watching the movies in between the books. So I'm going to read the first book, watch the first movie, read the second book, watch the second movie, and so forth and so forth. So hopefully watching the movie even after a slow book, it'll still keep me wanting to, finish the series off. Because boy, this Harry Potter series can be pretty intimidating. Okay, like even though I feel like a lot of the population read them when they're like 10, 12, which like kudos to you. You feel me? I was reading different books at 10, 12, but y'all got it. You feel me? Like, ow. But here I am at 21 years old, and I'm looking at them like, God damn. I'm like, okay, sure. Moving forward, I think this is very much expected. I was actually supposed to read this last month, like as soon as I finished the first book in the series, but it didn't happen. I went out and bought this literally halfway through fourth wing, so I can tell you something. I don't have the highest expectations, okay? I know this is the second book in a series, therefore it's the middle book in a series, and we already know how that goes most of the time. So I know that there was a bit of a disappointing aspect to it, or at least a lot of people were saying that they were a tad bit disappointed because it just dragged on for a bit. So either way, I'm looking forward to it because I want to continue reading about Violet and Xaden. Most definitely. Let me not, because I'm about to get to spoil and stuff. But okay, this is also more of like a romanticy, so this is in between fantasy and romance, because after this we'll do the romance books, but this counts as both, so fantasy and romance. Next book, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Now I see her videos promoting her book, just her being an author in general on TikTok. I know this is one of those book books that blew up. So yeah, but this I believe is compared to the Hunger Games. I believe that's kind of the vibe for this book, but I don't know. I just feel like after I read Iron Flame, I'm most definitely gonna still be on that like dystopian fantasy romance kick. So I thought, why not pick this up, because this has been getting great reviews as well. Moving on to my romance books. First, we have Checkmate, and this is the Walmart exclusive, which I believe is just more sort of like a further explanation on the writing of the book and like something about the characters, I believe. Nothing too special in my opinion, so don't run to get y'all a copy at Walmart. It's not that special. But this is Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood, and I've actually never read an Ali Hazelwood novel, so this is gonna be my first one. And immediately when I saw the cover, read the synopsis, I was like, this is, well, not even read the synopsis. When I saw the cover and found out it was like about chess, immediately thought of Queen's Gambit, and I loved that show. Okay, I loved that show. And even though the storyline slash plot might not even resemble it, it's a romance at that. So I just feel like it's gonna be even better on its own, or in its own way. Very excited to read it. I hope that I didn't pick the first Ali Hazelwood book to read, but I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Can y'all believe this is gonna be our first one? I know I never read Ali Hazelwood book. Oh no, I'm just talking. But moving forward to our last book. Yes, it's a romance because I've had this book on my shelf for the longest because I bought it when I read the first book, like immediately after I read the first book, because I was like, I need to read it. I need to read it. It had just came out, I think, in November, September, October, one of those months. Wildfire, which is the second book in the Maple Hill series by Hannah Grace. Icebreaker was almost a 5-star rating. It was a 4.75. Okay. It just, although it never left my mind, which is why I, left it at a 4.75. It didn't have me obsessed. You get what I'm saying? And I recently actually watched a show. I'm so off topic right now, but still, I recently watched a show on Netflix that like immediately when I watched it, I finished it, so I know the whole thing. But like when I figured out what the plotline was and like the whole aspect and vibe, I was like, yo, this is even icebreaker to the max. And then I see another show in there that I didn't start. But the synopsis was like icebreaker. I was like, oh, that's so crazy. Like, hockey romance is really like out here being a genre, a thriving genre of its own. Okay, this actually follows the rest. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a spectacular read, but I'm very much looking forward to the third book in the series because we get Mr. Oh my god, I forgot his name. We get Henry's book. Okay, we get Henry's book, and y'all know, I'm ready for that. So, I think it comes out. I think it might come out my birthday month, y'all. Ooh. Okay, but either way, that is all the books that I'm gonna be reading or hopefully not. I'm gonna read them. These are all the books that I'm gonna be reading for January. We're gonna go ahead and put it out there, okay? Total of 10, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is one of those videos where like I'm literally just talking nonstop. I hope you guys enjoyed. That is gonna be it for today. And I will see you guys in the next video.